Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the 76ers versus Kings NBA matchup on Friday, January 12th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. But let's get to this one. 76ers taking on the Kings. 76ers 23-13 on the season, 13-6 at home. And while the Bucks and the Celtics seem to get all of the love from most people about the Eastern Conference, the Sixers are going to be a very, very tough out. They've been playing with a shell of their team in recent games. Joel Embiid's been out, Tobias Harris has been in and out of the lineup, as well as Maxey, and those are three pretty big players to replace. Meanwhile, the Sacramento Kings, if you can figure this team out, well, you got one up on me, because these guys have been consistently inconsistent all season long. 23-14 straight up, 10-7 on the road, and 11-6 against the number on the road. I don't know, 20-17 against the number. The Kings, it just seems that these guys lose more winnable games and win more games that they shouldn't be in than any other team in the NBA. A lot of times, to be honest with you, I've just been staying away from these Kings games, even in spots where I've had a pretty good idea, and as far as handicapping the game and see some good value in the lines. It's just the Kings have busted me up so many times. I'm just sick of it. The Kings have won their last two games against two of the worst teams in the NBA, the Pistons and the Hornets. Prior to that, they had lost to the Pelicans by 33 points in a game they were favored by 4.5. Exactly what I was talking about. And then, beating the Magic, losing to Charlotte Hornets as a 15.5-point favorite, losing outright at home by 7 points. Sometimes the stuff, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And, it's like we could say it's rigged or any of those things, but let's be honest, man. Everybody in the NBA can flat out play, and if they catch these guys on the right night or the wrong night, well, it can make a big difference. The Sixers coming off of an overtime loss against the Atlanta Hawks. Oh, man, they were in it. They had the game. They kind of let it get away from them. The line went back and forth all day long. The Sixers were favored underdogs, and it landed that they were a 1-point dog when all was said and done. And like I said, lost in overtime, did not cover. It was the third consecutive loss for the Sixers, and 4 losses in 5 games. This has been their worst stretch all season long. And like I said, a lot of it has to do with the injury bug, as Joel Embiid has not been playing. He is questionable for this game. My guess, he's going to get back into the lineup sooner rather than later, as the Sixers, they don't want to fall too far back in things. I think when we look at the tail of the tape, what I like to call it, when we look at statistically where this team stand in the grand scheme of things, the Kings generally known as an offensive team, but they're really middle of the pack in most of the major defensive categories, like 3-point shooting and field goal percentage. They're actually the worst worst free throw shooting team in the entire NBA. Meanwhile, the Sixers, they play pretty solid defense, and they don't allow anything from the perimeter. That is, kind of their trademark. And when it comes to shooting, middle of the pack at best. When it comes to their offense, but they're up against here in one of the lesser defenses in the league. I think the Sixers are in a get right spot, and I think they get right against this Kings team that a lot of teams seem to get it right against. I'm going to take the Sixers, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.